they do this dance, and Mark Antony's like, go, put your hands on your mother's hip. Try to teach my kids, but, you have to sometimes let them make those mistakes.
Brooklyn Beckham finally broke his silence about what really went down at his wedding. And wow, it's not what anyone expected. He just dropped a bombshell statement that's got everyone talking. Apparently, Victoria and David were totally caught off guard by Victoria's bold moves on stage with her son. What she did in front of all those guests left people speechless, and it seems like Brooklyn wasn't the only one feeling awkward that night. In this video, we're diving deep into the chaos that unfolded at Brooklyn Beckham's wedding. We'll uncover the shocking details behind his decision to distance himself from his famous family for good. On January 19th, Brooklyn shared a long message online revealing his side of the story, why things fell apart between him and his parents, why he's finally speaking up, and what comes next after all this drama. Brooklyn's statement started with a gut punch. He wrote, "I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private for my entire life." He went on to say his parents have always controlled the family's image in the media, painting their own version of the truth. Brooklyn revealed that he's personally seen how far they'll go to spread lies just to protect their picture-perfect reputation. "I believe the truth always comes out," he said, clearly done keeping quiet. Then things got even messier. Brooklyn dove straight into painful memories from the past, especially his 2022 wedding with Nicola. According to him, "My parents had been trying to endlessly ruin my relationships long before he even got married." And guess what? It didn't stop there.
Completely media savvy. But that is a testament to their brilliance, and that shouldn't be seen as a negative. In America, that'd be seen as a positive. It's only in the UK that's seen as a possible negative. The Beckhams have built a phenomenal global brand.
Part of brand Beckham was her being this very serious, very sort of moody sort of...
I think that a lot of people think of me as kind of stuck-up middle girl, probably.
When the couple was getting ready to say "I do" in Palm Beach, Florida, Victoria pulled a shocking move. At the very last minute, she told Nicola she wouldn't be designing her wedding dress anymore. Nicola, who had been thrilled to wear one of Victoria's creations, suddenly had to scramble for a new gown. The drama behind the scenes was unreal.
We're going to probably use your name, or may use your name, to advance your own career.
Having the brand name Brooklyn Beckham trademarked safeguards his name and also gives him business opportunities, but it is a very irregular commodification of a person. And it is saying, we see you as a person, but we also see you as a business opportunity.
Back then, Nicola opened to Variety, saying she chose Valentino couture instead of a Victoria Beckham design because she realized Victoria's team couldn't make it happen. That alone stirred major buzz, but things got even deeper when Brooklyn later dropped a raw, emotional statement on Instagram, breaking down everything that went wrong at his wedding and the shocking reasons he's stepping away from his family for good. In his post, Brooklyn exposed how his parents have tried to control every single part of his life, from the women he dated to his career moves to how he lived day to day. Nothing was ever truly his choice. He claimed everything was managed, calculated, and controlled behind the scenes. When he finally dated someone he genuinely cared about, his parents allegedly pushed back hard, refusing to let him live freely. And here's where it gets wild. Back in 2016, Victoria reportedly registered the name Brooklyn Beckham as an EU trademark. That move raised serious eyebrows, with people wondering if she was trying to own not just his brand, but him. The Beckhams have long been seen as a powerhouse family, but according to Brooklyn, that power came with strings attached. He claimed his parents treated their kids like a business brand rather than a family, and when they realized they could no longer control him, things took a dark turn. They allegedly tried to take the Beckham name away from him completely. Brooklyn's mom, Victoria, was said to be jealous of his wife, Nicola. She reportedly couldn't handle the idea that another woman had stepped into Brooklyn's life and might come between them. That tension supposedly built up until it exploded right before the wedding. Brooklyn revealed David and Victoria also tried to stop Nicola from being able to have the Beckham family name. He went on to write, "Weeks before our big day, my parents repeatedly pressured and attempted to bribe me into signing away the rights to my name, something that would have affected me, my wife, and even our future kids." The betrayal left fans stunned.
BPB, Brooklyn Peltz Beckham.
You for taking that last name of your wife. That's so cool of you.
Yeah, it was, I mean, like, we thought about it, and it was my idea, and then I was like, oh, it would be such a cool idea, like, at some point to have, like, little Peltz Beckhams running about, and, you know, we just thought it was a cute idea.
That is really cute, and that it came from you feminist.
Brooklyn revealed that his parents were relentless about getting him to sign that document before the wedding. He said they were pushing hard because once he signed, the terms of their deal would kick in, meaning a huge payday for them. When he refused, it apparently hit their wallets, and according to him, they've never treated him the same since. That decision changed everything. But that wasn't the only drama surrounding his big day. Brooklyn also brought up a shocking detail about the wedding seating plan. He and Nicola wanted to include their grandmothers at their table, since both women had lost their husbands, a sweet and respectful gesture. Meanwhile, their parents had their own tables set up close by, so no one would feel left out. But instead of understanding, things took a nasty turn. Brooklyn wrote, "My mom went so far as to call me evil." The tension was unreal, and as if that wasn't enough, he claimed that the night before our wedding, members of my family told me that Nicola was not blood and not family. That cruel comment cut deep, and fans couldn't believe it happened right before he said "I do." Even the wedding day itself turned into pure chaos. Brooklyn opened up about his side of the now infamous wedding dance scandal, and his version left people speechless. He said, "My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife." According to Brooklyn, singer Mark Anthony had called him up to the stage for the moment that was supposed to be his romantic dance with Nicola, but instead, Victoria was already there, waiting to dance with her son in front of everyone. Brooklyn went on to say, "She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone. I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life." That one moment became the center of gossip for weeks. Some fans believe Victoria's behavior may have crossed a line, with whispers suggesting she became unusually close to Brooklyn after her rocky past with David. Rumors about David Beckham's alleged infidelity have circled for years, and Victoria herself once admitted she carried resentment about how it all affected her and Brooklyn's bond. But now, things are taking an even wilder turn. The one person who actually witnessed everything up close, DJ Fat Tony, is breaking his silence. He was right there beside the stage when it all went down, and what he's revealing now might just flip the story upside down. DJ Fat Tony had the best seat in the house, and what he saw left him stunned. He said he noticed exactly how Victoria and Brooklyn were acting towards each other, and it was clear that both Brooklyn and Nicola looked totally uncomfortable. You could see it written all over their faces. They didn't want to be part of that moment at all. But Tony believes the real issue went way deeper than just a dance. To him, that awkward moment symbolized everything that's wrong within the Beckham family dynamic. He said it wasn't about the moves, it was about control, power, and years of tension finally showing in public. Brooklyn's explosive statement marks the first time ever someone from the Beckham family has openly spoken about what truly happens behind closed doors. For years, people have whispered about David's alleged infidelity and how he supposedly turned a blind eye to the family drama.
Let's start with David and Victoria Beckham. They are reportedly in crisis mode. Amid speculation, their eldest son Brooklyn is preparing to publish a tell-all biography exposing his allegedly greedy and self-obsessed parents. Beckham biographer Tom Bauer has written in the Daily Mail, "Brooklyn might be a spoiled brat, but when it comes to sympathy, the 26-year-old wins hands down. If there were ever a victim of rapacious parents and a dysfunctional family, it's the Beckham's eldest son." Wow, Kinsey, this sounds appalling, and yet I can't look away.
And now it looks like Brooklyn's just getting started. He's reportedly preparing to spill every secret, the lies, the resentment, the betrayal, and even the hidden truths about infidelity. Just last week, he shocked everyone by announcing he's writing a tell-all book, promising to expose everything that's been kept in the shadows for years.
And Tom Bauer always has his hands exactly where we want it, whether it's Harry and Meghan drama or the Beckham. Tom Bauer is the guy. I don't doubt that growing up in the Beckham household came with pressure, but I have a hard time extending real sympathy to someone who has been handed every possible advantage. Brooklyn has had to work for very little, married into a billionaire family, and will never face genuine financial insecurity. At some point, we need to reserve our empathy for real-world struggles, not extremely privileged adults who resent the very lives their parents built for them. I think David and Victoria understand the business, the stakes, and the long game. Brooklyn, frankly, is still figuring out who he is, and let's hope it's not a chef, okay?
This upcoming book has the entire Beckham family on edge. Insiders say this is the one thing they've always feared, because it only takes one major slip-up to destroy a brand as polished as theirs. And if Brooklyn's secrets hit the public the way people expect, it could be the mistake that changes everything. According to DJ Fat Tony, none of this came out of nowhere. He said Brooklyn had tried time and time again to talk things through with his parents, but they just wouldn't listen. Eventually, he had no choice. If they wouldn't hear him privately, he'd make sure the world did. Tony added that he wasn't shocked at all by Brooklyn's statement. He saw it coming from miles away. Meanwhile, industry insiders are whispering that the Beckhams are already working behind the scenes on a response. But unlike Brooklyn, they won't be airing it out on Instagram. The family is desperate to get control of the situation, keep their image clean, and stop this chaos before it blows up even more.
I take it all back. Nicola is the problem. Victoria and David are trying to rescue their son. I think Nicola forced him to make that statement. I saw an interview with Victoria and she was like, I'm a girl's girl. I love girls. That's why I have the business I have. And you have to be a real a-hole for me not to like you. And I was like, oh yeah.
Many people say they saw this coming from a mile away. After all the chaos and tension at the original wedding, Brooklyn decided to hold a private vow renewal, this time without his parents or any of the Beckham family there. That's how uncomfortable he felt after everything that went down. Both Brooklyn and Nicola reportedly believed that his family had intentionally ruined what was supposed to be the happiest day of their lives. So they chose to recreate the moment, this time on their own terms.
Troll right now does not look like an Instagram statement. It's about containment. It is likely legal. It is NDAs. It's looking at contracts line by line. It is not going to be about dismantling the narrative that Brooklyn is putting out there.
But here's where things get wild. Not everyone is on Brooklyn's side. Some people actually criticize him for speaking out, accusing him of trying to destroy the Beckham legacy. They say he should just be thankful for the fame and opportunities his parents gave him. Others, though, see it completely differently. They believe Brooklyn doesn't owe his parents a single thing, that he's not the one wrecking the Beckham name. If anything, they say he's the only one brave enough to finally stop pretending everything's perfect.
Brooklyn, in his case, this is just painting the business brand, the Beckham family, and he's allowed to do that. However, I will say, Brooklyn Beckham has benefited from a huge amount of nepotism, which I know is an ugly word, but he would be nothing if not for his famous footballer dad and his posh Spice Girl mom. He wouldn't have his amateur cooking channel. He wouldn't have his modeling career. So I think a little bit more gratitude is due. There's been so many scandals of celebrity families where the parents are negligent, they're abusive to their children. That is not what's happening here. An overbearing, devouring mother, that's a common trope. Everyone has that experience, I think, with the mother-in-law.
For years, the Beckham family has been seen as the picture of perfection, polished, grateful, and untouchable. But behind that glossy image, there's been talk of strict control, tension, and a family dynamic that seemed to value branding more than actual boundaries. Everything had to look flawless on the outside, even if things were breaking apart on the inside. In their Netflix documentary, David and Victoria finally decided to address the long-standing rumors about cheating, but instead of clearing the air, their answers left people even more confused. Viewers said the way they handled those questions felt rehearsed, almost like another PR move rather than real honesty. The cracks in the perfect picture were starting to show.
This public image that's very masterful, they're very likable, relatable, but it's not authentic. What do you say to that? I mean, I remember the whole Rebecca Luz thing, the fact that David was sleeping with the nanny and Victoria just looked the other way and it wasn't an isolated incident. And then it makes you question the whole persona, the whole image they put out, whether there's anything real about it.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Bauer wrote a really great book about your point right there, about how so much of it is theater, so much of it is highly choreographed, and how hateful they could be towards each other in this pursuit for fame, celebrity, and money. But I'm obsessed with it. I can't not love them. I don't know. There's something that the ambition in them, I admire it. I admire the never complain, never explain. They continue to show up. I admire the...
Now, with Brooklyn's shocking statement making headlines everywhere, the world's starting to see the Beckham empire in a whole new light. People are questioning whether the perfect family image was ever real or just another carefully crafted performance. Fans who once idolized them are now divided, some defending David and Victoria with fierce loyalty, while others are convinced Brooklyn's just the first to finally speak the truth. Insiders claim that behind the scenes, tensions are boiling. The Beckham brand is worth millions, and every scandal threatens to chip away at it. Reports say PR teams are scrambling to do damage control, deleting old posts, rewriting stories, and trying to silence anyone who might know too much. It's chaos behind closed doors. Meanwhile, Brooklyn's staying firm, refusing to back down no matter how hard the pressure gets. He's reportedly telling friends that he's done protecting anyone who's treated him like a business deal instead of a son. He wants the world to see the real story, the one that's been buried under money, fame, and manipulation for years. And with his tell-all book on the way, it feels like this is just the beginning of a truth bomb that could completely shake the Beckham dynasty. Let's not forget, David Beckham actually missed the birth of his own son because he was out socializing with J.Lo. That detail alone says a lot about what kind of family dynamic was really going on behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, this whole situation isn't just about one awkward dance or one explosive statement. It's about years of control, crossed boundaries, and a carefully protected image that might have come at a deep personal cost. Brooklyn didn't create this drama, he simply pulled back the curtain on it. His decision to finally speak up has cracked open a story that's been quietly building for years. And now, with his upcoming book promising to reveal everything, the Beckham family's picture-perfect image might never look the same again. If you've been following this wild story, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What do you think really went down behind the Beckham family's closed doors?